Hey, beauty besties. Happy Friday, my loves. Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. Here we are. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. And I hope that your Friday was really, really good and you got to do something fun or something that you enjoyed doing. Guys, we're doing good. We are getting ready to leave for California in a couple hours. So I figured I would shoot this video real quick since I was not with us yesterday. Yesterday I was just really, really, really busy, guys. I was doing a lot of the cleaning and the packing yesterday. I'm just one of those people that likes to clean a little bit before I go on vacation. So this way, when you come home, you know, it's just one less thing you have to worry about. So we took care of wash and all that stuff yesterday. All right, guys. So then today would just be more easy, just relaxing. And of course, you guys know when you think you're done, you're really not done. So we still had some stuff to do today, some shopping and stuff like that. And we went out for ice cream tonight. We had a little ice cream date tonight, so that was really nice too. All right, friends, let's get some words of wisdom. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're going to fail at everything. Keep trying, hold on, and always, always, always believe in yourself. All right, my friends, that was absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and open today's Advent Day. And we also have some love mail. Our beautiful friend Laura from Rustic Dragonfly sent us some love mail. So we'll get into that right after this. And guys, yesterday, and I'll show you what we opened yesterday. Sorry, I just have to unclip the clips. Okay. I will show you yesterday. Oh my gosh, Miss Laura sent us these gorgeous, beautiful, and I'll pull a couple out here. Cats. These are like little cat heads, but guys, they're like half orange and half black. Are you kidding me? Those are stinking amazing. Miss Laura, thank you so much again, my friend. So let's do number 10, my friends. Here we are. Here we are. Number 10. Number 10 is kind of heavy, I feel. Or it's really stuck in there very well. Oh, chocolates. Oh, look at these, guys. We got jammies. Look at these. These are gorgeous. You see all that little flashy flash? You guys, we get some labradorite. Look how beautiful. Let me get the dish. My dish actually, my dish has trash on it from yesterday's Advent. Look how beautiful those are. Very cute baby, little baby cubes. Very cute and flashy. Love those. Thank you, Miss Laura. And let's go ahead and read. And we have Labradorite Cubes grade AAA. You guys, she's not kidding. Like, there was a lot of flash. Sometimes the smaller beads you don't see, like sometimes the bigger beads you'll see more flash because there's more surface. But for these little guys to be so flashy, yeah. Those are gorgeous. Thank you again. This chocolate is wonderful. I was actually just craving some chocolate. When I sent Wayne to the store, I gave him a little list of things that I want for our trip. Because, guys, listen, in Tennessee, I don't know, our groceries aren't really as expensive as they are out in California. I don't know if that's an all-the-time thing or it just seems like where we stay, groceries are really expensive. More expensive. Well, groceries, I think, everywhere are a little expensive. But it just seems a little more expensive there. So we try to take, like non-perishable stuff that we pack like snacks and like little oatmeal and cereal, stuff like that. And then when we get up there, of course, we'll buy like milk and all these things. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I sent Wayne for some s'mores making. So we got some s'mores stuff. But guys, somebody had told me to try a potato chip instead of a graham cracker. So I think I might be adventurous, you guys. And when we make our s'mores, we have grahams. We bought the graham crackers, but we also bought some Ruffles because she's a pretty thick chip, my friend. So I think that the Ruffles have ridges. She does. And so I'm not calling anybody out, but so I thought we could do that with some s'mores. We could do some potato chips. Yeah, I think that would be fun. I'll let you know if it's good, guys. Don't be oohing in the comment section. Ew. Okay, guys, you don't know. Unless you tried, it might be really good. How do you know unless you try? All right, guys, so this is from our beautiful friend Laura. Like I said, Laura is from Rustic Dragonfly. And I believe it is a thank you, and it was not necessary to thank us, my dear friend. But Laura loves Wendy, as we all do, and Wendy was a big influence on Laura's career and on her journey in this jewelry world of ours. And she is not currently a Sam's Beadbox subscriber, so Jody and I thought it would be really sweet. We were like, Laura has to have this box, right? Because she loves Wendy as much as we do. And this is what Wendy would want. Wendy would have wanted, her people that loved her to get this collection. So Jody and I chipped in and we got the collection for Miss Laura. And I believe this is a thank you. She said she was sending me a thank you, which is so sweet of her and totally not necessary, but so appreciated, my friend. So it looks like we have a card. Oh, look how beautiful. Cherish every moment, love every moment, embrace every possibility. Laura, did you make this? Girl, this is gorgeous. Oh, she said she wanted to send me a couple things that she found this weekend and a couple of things she had extras of to share that she thought I would like. Oh, that is so sweet, Laura. Look at this beautiful card. What a doll. What a doll. I'll tell you guys, see, this is how it works, right? We lift each other up. We see a need and we fill a need, and it's just really, honestly, that simple. All right, guys, let's look at my treasures from Laura. And it means so much to me because, I don't always have a lot of extra money for things, really nice things. So this means the world to me right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this beautiful fluorite. I do love fluorite, Laura. And actually, I just was gifted a fluorite pendant that I was thinking about playing with one of these days. And these would look really, it's all that purple too. Look how beautiful. Oh, that's so sweet, Laura. Thank you. Look how lovely. I see a turt, my friends. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know I love the turts. I'm getting a reputation for being a turt handler. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. Look at him. He's so cute. I don't know if we have to do our down the thing and back in the way focus. Hold on, guys. Stick with me on the journey. I promise it'll be worth it. Look at that. Oh, he's got a little hole there. We can hang him. He's not. He's just going to sit on my desk, though. Because he's super sweet. We got to name him. Or her. She could be a her. We'll have to think about it. Super sweet. Ooh, what is that? Oh, look at that. I don't know how to say that word out loud, and I don't want to make myself look foolish. Oh, these bags, they're just so reinforced. I love it. So this would be like for Halloween. If I can get her out. But she is gorgeous. Look at the moons and the stars and all of the things. Are you seeing that, you guys? Oh my gosh. Maybe if I bring my phone down just a little bit. There we go. That is beautiful. I don't know what stone that is, but it's purple, friends. It's absolutely gorgeous. Laura, this is gorgeous. My friend. Slanate to you too, my friend. Sisterhood. That's the sisterhood. That's what we're... Slanate. You know what I'm saying. You see it. You see it. What's this, little beads? Look how cute these guys are. Wow, you guys are way down. I forgot. I pulled you all the way down. Look at that. Y'all are in my manicure and everything. By the way, peep the nails, guys. That's a little spoiler of today's show. And then we have some quartz as well. Oh, it's another of the pendants. Oh, that doesn't say Sliante. That says fluorite, friends. That's what that says. That's what that stone is, fluorite. You know the word I thought I was trying to say. I'm not sure what the word was. Guys, it's late, and I've been packing and cleaning and scrubbing litter boxes today. You guys, I just, just bear with me today. We'll get through it together. Look at that beautiful quartz. Laura, these pendants are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. That is beautiful. It's got some it's really hard to see, but it definitely has some like swirls and like little cracks and crevices inside the stone. Like there's lots of fun in there. That is magical, my friend. That you are magical, my friend. You guys, if you are not subscribed to Laura's channel, I will leave her channel in the box. She's just such a wonderful, wonderful, amazing human being, like inside and out. She's got great content. She's an amazing designer. Yeah, and just such a sweetheart, my friend. She is such a sweetheart. All right, guys, let me bring you up just a little bit more. You're way down there. So, peep the nails, friends. So this is October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And our beautiful friend Karen over at Broke Girl Beads made sure that I had my nails were all pretty for the breast cancer awareness. And if you guys remember, she also sent me, where's that cup? She also sent me this little pendant. Well, it could be anything. We're gonna make a little sun catcher with it, right? This lampwork glass piece. So guys, today's show is all about we're thinking pink and we are fighting like girls, right? Fight like a girl. That's what we say. And I have a very dear friend who is a breast cancer survivor. And I just thought, since we have our nails, and we have the materials that we could make her something truly special. So I thought we'd make a little sun catcher. But then friends, but wait, there's more. I went to looking around in my stash for these beads and then I found this. Which this was actually a breast cancer awareness kit for Softflex that I never even touched. It was opened and that was about it. We went through a little bit of a beady depression for about 10 months where I was still buying beads and I was still getting my subscriptions and things like that. I'm just hoping something would spark some inspiration and I would want to start beading again, which eventually I did, and I don't really remember what it was, but I have a lot of these kinds of things that are still sitting around. I have a whole shoebox of bargain bead boxes for 10 months that I haven't worked with. So I said, oh man, this is beautiful. So long story short, I figured we could do a little bracelet and earrings too, along with our sun catcher. So let's get a bead mat out. I just thought it would be fun. It'd be a fun way to honor a beautiful friend. And also just to hang out before we go on vacation, kind of hang out and chill with you guys. Do some easy stringing, there's something to be said about some easy stringing. It is very therapeutic. So what I found, I went looking in my stash and I found all of these. I have a jar on my desk that I have all of these like our beautiful Jennifer would say, chunk of monks. I have all these beautiful, super chunky JJB crystals that I keep in a jar, a mason jar, on my desk because I think it's magical, and I think everybody should have a mason jar full of beautiful crystals on their desk. That's just me. And then I have this guy here, and I think I had two of these, and I think I sent his sister or his partner or him, her, whoever, to a dear friend. So I love that. We're spreading the love there. And then we have this guy here. So I thought we could do a little, attach our wire. And it's so funny, guys, because where's she at? I had a little strand of, here it is. I found this little scrap of the pink Softflex in this, what color is this? It's a specific color. I think pink quartz. Is that what it is? Pink rhodochrosite. That's that color. And this was my last strand. And I said, oh, that should be big enough for this. But then I found this kit and look, we have a whole spool. We have a whole spool of it. So I'm trying to think if I want to use this. Let's see. Let's see about how much that will give us. I think this piece will be plenty big enough. Okay. And so this is what I was thinking. So I was thinking we have this guy here. We're going to open up some. This is all beautiful, clear AB fire polish. I have a couple different sizes here. So I think those are the same size. They look to be about a 6 to maybe not quite an 8. I don't know what they are. Then I have a lot of these little or smaller ones. Okay. So we're definitely going to use some of those. So what I was thinking was this would be our pendant here. Well, the bottom of our sun catcher. We'll open some of these little ones. And I was thinking about doing the loop. Let me make sure they'll fit. They will. Perfect. And then we can do some patterns with some of these other ones. So I have these two sizes. I basically have 3 sizes here. So we will use all 3 sizes. So we don't need all of them though. That's a lot of beads, my friends. We don't need them all. Then we could do some spacing here. Maybe do, let's see. We've got crystal ones and we've got pink ones. There's some bicones here. So we could do like a crystal one, do a couple of these small fire polish, and then do a pink chunky one, some more fire polish. Like we'll do a little pattern and we'll work our way up. And I think that would be really pretty. And then maybe get a little bit smaller as we go up. Are these the same size? We'll do that one there. That one's a little bit bigger. We're trying to like put the bigger ones towards the bottom and then kind of size them up. I think the pink ones, the big pink ones are all the same size. But then I had these rondelles. I thought we could use one of those at the top. And maybe we can use this one here at the bottom since we have 2 and they're so pretty. Oh, that's not a rondelle. They're different. One's a rondelle and one's like an English cut dude. So maybe we do the rondelle down here and we'll do the English cut dude up here. I think that's really pretty. And I think that's enough, right? Because we're going to fill in. Yeah, Kyle, that's enough. You don't need to use them all. So these, oh, we wanted to use this big chunky one. Darn it. Hold on, folks. I know. He's going to go in the middle. Do we think that's too many? I don't want it to get like junky. Maybe we'll use the smaller fire polish. We'll do this guy and then we'll do this guy in the middle. This guy, boom, bam. There we go. Okay, I'm liking that. All right, so we're going to string this guy up real quick. I'm just going to take some of these off the strand. Wait, oh, my scissors. All right, I think it'll be fun. And we're just, you know, everybody loves a good sun catcher, my friends, right? Everybody loves a good sun catcher. This, she could put it in the window, and when the sun comes in, and it makes it look so beautiful. I might have to cut another strand. I don't know if these are going to be enough, because I'm going to use a lot of these smaller ones in between all of those. But you know, the light is shining, and it will shine on the crystals and all of the things, and just be so pretty. It'll just be... I love that she would have that in a sunny window and would have to look forward to that. You know, I don't know. I think it's nice. I think sun catchers are a nice gesture. Okay. Now I'm also going to cut, this is like a, I believe like maybe a 4 or a 5 millimeter. This could be a 5. These are like a 3. Yep. And then we have the bigger ones. They look to be a 6 or maybe a 7. It could be a 7. I'm just guessing, friends. I know I'm not the best at guessing. All right. So what have you guys been doing today? How was your Friday? Hope you had a great Friday. I had a great Friday. Like I said, we had ice cream. We had ice cream tonight after dinner. I got, when you guys hear this, I usually get them in like little small sundaes in a waffle bowl. And I got pecan pumpkin cheesecake with butterscotch topping. Oh my Gertie. It was so good. Yeah. It was delicious. All right, let's get our sauce. We need some tubes. I know oh no, guys, I'm going to use tubes. There's tubes in the kit. Use the tubes in the kit. But yeah, oh, it's so good. We go to this place, it's called Brewster's, and it's an ice cream place. They have a drive-through window, but they also have like little windows. Hold on one second. I just want the crumbs for right now. But they also have like little windows where you can walk up and order, and then they have some tables out front where you can sit. We usually go through the drive-through. I think we only need 2, but I'm going to put out, well, there's a couple just in case. Yeah, it's so good. In the summer, it's usually a line out the door, but I imagine they're going to be wrapping up soon because it is getting a little bit late. All right, guys, I don't know if these are going to be too big for what I want to do with them, and if they are, we'll just grab some like some 8-O's or something. Maybe some, I think 11-O's, 8-O's or 11-O's would be good. But basically, what I just want to do here with these guys is make a little bit of a loop. I feel so bad. I feel so guilty. I keep cuddling my cats all day because I feel bad that I'm leaving. Guys, you get that way if you have like pets, like cats at home when you're going on vacation. You feel so bad. It wouldn't be bad if like I had kids at home or somebody was still going to be here with them. But like nobody's going to be here other than the pet sitter. But she only comes like once a day picking up a crimp tube. So I don't know. Putting this through. And we're going to drop all this way down here. I just don't want them to, like, I always feel like they're going to think I abandoned them or something. You know, I always feel guilty. Okay, yeah, that's going to be good. So we made ourselves a little bail. And it's so pretty with the pink wire showing through. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's looking good. All right, let's get our crimping pliers and let's crimp this. Now we are going to make sure that we're not crunching any beads. Okay, we made our square. And now we're just going to give her a spin on the dance floor. Looking good, looking good. There we go. We made that into, oh, we just got one little, that one's got a little tiny, there we go. Looking good there. Then we can go ahead and cut this tail. I didn't leave much of it. I leave myself much of a tail, but that's how I do it. I'll cut extra bead stringing wire, but yet I'll leave myself a fragment of a tail. It's just how we do it, folks. All right, now I'm just going to start by putting one of these little fire polish on. Maybe we'll do two. I don't want this to be too long. I also don't want to put too many of the larger crystals on, guys, because that could kind of make it on the heavy side, you know. This is so pretty. Look how like glossy it is. It's just, oops, as I chuck it across the bead mat. Just so pretty. I don't know if you guys, if this is enough light. There we are. And she said, let there be light. All right. I'm going to do one of these. Or do we want to do one of these bigger ones in between? I guess that's okay. Or do we want to do one of these bigger ones and then work our way up with those as well? I know. After I just said I don't want it a million miles long, but that's okay. Because I kind of want to space out all the crystals with a little crystal. I think that's pretty. And then we can do, well, do we want to do a pink one now? Since that one, no, we'll just do this one. Or do we want to do a pink one? Okay, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, so we'll do one of these. And then maybe we'll do this guy. Maybe one of these guys. Guys, it doesn't have to be like, you know, a pattern. It can be whatever you want. Oh, my song is on. I've been waiting for this song all day. And now it's on. I gotta yell to my husband real quick that this is the song I've been talking about all day. Hold on. Okay, friends, and we're back. He said, I know. I heard it. I didn't want to say anything. I'm obsessed. Oh, wait. We wanted to do this guy, didn't we? In the middle. Or do we want to do it? I forgot we had that big chunky guy. Hold on a second. I got carried away with myself. Or do we want to do the chunky guy here? But I really like this guy too. Let's do the chunky guy here. That's fine. There doesn't have to be a rhyme or a reason. Maybe we won't even do the chunky guy. Do you think that's too much? I don't think so. I don't even know why I bothered to ask myself that question. It is never too much. And then we're going to do another chunky pink one. There we go. Nope. I'm going to do one of these. Now chunky. Or do we want to do this one so it matches? Well, then I'll take that one off. I know, guys. I'm sorry. Beading's not always... doesn't always make sense. Okay, I like that. All right, that's good. All right, so we'll do this guy. These are all check fire polish, by the way. Only the best for my friends, okay? Only the best for my friends. I love it. And then we'll do like 2 of these. And then finish maybe with 1 of these. Or we'll do 1 of these in the middle. Be a nice long dangle, but not too long, right? And then this guy, that one's so pretty. And then we'll do another one of these small guys. So I think that's pretty. I don't know if you can see it in the whole screen, but there she is. There's our ribbon, and then there's all of our crystal dingle. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put another crimp tube on it. And then we're going to make ourselves a loop. And this will be the dangle hanger, the dangle hanger. So I'm going to do 3 of the 3mm fire polish. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab 1 of these. And then I'm going to grab 1 of these. And we're going to just do a kind of a decorative loop, right? And then another 1 of these. Okay. And then 3 crystals. 3 of the little ones, rather. And I think that'll be a fun little pattern. 3 of the small crystals. And 1 of this middle crystal. Then a bigger crystal. Fire polish, rather. I keep saying crystals, guys. I'm sorry. Fire polish. Medium fire polish. And then 3 small fire polish. And then we'll maybe do 1 more section like this, and then that should be enough to make a pretty nice loop. And then I'm going to have to search somewhere on my, somewhere, I don't know, on my either trip out or when we get back, I'll have to look for some kind of like a suction cup for the window. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So then she can hang it. And then when she sees it, she will be reminded of how beautiful and strong that she is and how much she is loved. Right? That's what it's all about, friends. All right, let's see if this is going to be a big enough loop. I suspect that it will be. So am I going to put it through this other fire polish? No, I'm not. We're just going to put it through a loop. That's okay. So let's see if we like that loop. Do we think that loop is big enough? That sure is pretty, isn't it? But my question is, because if we did 1 more of the 3, then up here where it hangs, it would be those 3, and this section would be on the side, and I think it would hang better than having this 1 bigger bead up here, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm going to do just 1 more section. Just so that when we hang it, well, when she hangs it, it will hang nicely there. Okay. You'll see. Well, you'll see in a second. I think it'll be better. And I think we have enough wire that we can do that, so. Yay. Yay for bead stringing wire. Hold on 1 second. Because these are hard to, there we go. All right, so now let's find that crimp tube again. And my wire is a little bit shorter. than I would like, if that's okay. We're going to be very careful here when we put it into this crimp tube that we don't lose it. Oh no, like I just did. Oh no. No, I got it. I saved it. That's okay. Did I save it? Yep, I saved it. Okay. Let's try that again. See, it's when you push it in there, it sometimes wants to. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's bring her all down. So now, see what I'm saying? When I bring this all down, you will see. So now it'll just rest on these 3 beads up here. So the bigger beads will be on the side. So I think that's a better look. All right. And I'm going to kind of do this so it's not real crunchy. But we kind of want a little bit of a tight crimp, but we don't want to break any of our fire polish in here. So let me just, I'm going to push these back with my finger as I crimp, making sure that we're not breaking any. Then I'm going to take it to its side, but we want to kind of make sure that that loop is going to stay front facing, so it will all hang nicely. Oh, this is so pretty. I think she's going to love it. There we go, guys. Let's cut this tail. Oh my goodness. It's my cat. Sorry about that. Only one of you can fit up there. Newsflash. Oh, guys. There is our beautiful sun catcher. Let me find a receptacle for these. Yes, I just put them all together. That's fine. It's fine, friends. It's fine. Bobo, I don't think you need to be up there with your sister. I think she's quite fine on her own. Just being honest. No, I don't certainly need you up here either. You cannot be on my lap, Mom. I'm filming. Yeah. I think the cats know, friends. I think the cats know. So here we go. Here's our beautiful, beautiful sun catcher. It's so sparkly. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Karen, for this gorgeous piece. I love her. And I think our friend is going to love her so much too. All right, guys. So, oh, sorry. That's my chair. I would also like us to make maybe a bracelet. So let's look at this kit really quick. So this was the breast cancer, I guess, awareness kit for, I guess it was it last October, guys? I'm not sure if it was last October or the October before. But of course we have a spool of our pink rhodochrosite. There she is. I certainly hope it's not the kit for this month. That would really be suck if I'm giving it away, but I don't think it is. There is the Jesse James bead mix, which we'll probably open because I might want to use some of those clay balls. I'm not sure. We have some charms that we'll look at. We also have some little baby like rice pearls in a beautiful pink color. And then we have very small in a little bit of a brighter pink color. Very small little glass pearls. And we also have some pretty like opaque, kind of opally fire polish here. That looks to be in like a nice 8mm. Then we also have some beautiful fire polish here. And a pink sparkle. Oh, that's lovely. I was going to get the dish. Hold on one second. It's got trash in it. Ignore the trash. That's lovely. All right. And then we also have, because if that wasn't enough, that's very nice. All these strands are really pretty. We have some charms and stuff here. Then we also have our bag of crimp tubes, which I have some up there. We have our ear wires, which these are some of my favorite ear wires to use. I love these. And then we have 2 of these like glass ovals with the ribbon. So pretty. Oh, look at those. And we have these, and they are double-sided. Those are pretty little charms. And then we have a couple little ribbons. Cute little ribbons. I'm not sure what this is. I think it might be the bottom of one of my ear wires. No, that's what it looks like, but I think it was another ear wire. And then we have, of course, a lobster. So let's make a little bracelet. Let's look at this bead mix real quick. We just negotiate this packaging. Are we staple free? We are. Let me get another dish. I have another dish under here some way. There she is. I don't know what's happening here, friends. I'm just going to cut it. It's very pink. All right. So let's see what we have in here. Oh, these are pretty. We have some really pretty cubes. Those are lovely cubes. We've got, oh, look at these, like little sliders with the ribbons. We have some coin spacers. We have several of these. I might use these. We have 4 of them. We've got some rounds. We've got some little flat. Oh, look at these big white bicones. Then we've got these teardrops, what we might use for earrings. We have some sparkle balls. Okay, well, this is what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking these guys, we can use some of these little small fire polish. And they can slide over, yeah. They can slide over the fire polish. So, oh, actually, I think they'll slide over these pearls, too. I think they will. They look, if I can get them through. Let's do this side better. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll use the pearls. So we use the pearls. They'll slide on the pearls. We're going to use probably all of these strands. We'll use these. I'm not sure if we'll use these for the earrings. I think that would be pretty. We'll just make like a little, we're just making simple stuff, guys. Just simple stuff. But I don't know if I want to do that or something like this. And maybe put these in the bracelet. And we can do something like that. I really kind of like that's cute. This is cute too. What do you think about that? But these kind of, I don't know. I just love the whole like symbolism here with your, you know, being, you know, in remission and, you know, you won your fight. It's kind of like a liberating feeling. So I would feel like, I don't know. I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll probably use one of these on the bracelet as a charm. All right, what are we going to pull? Are we going to pull anything out of the mix? Oh, these little flowers are cute. There's little flowers in there. We might pull those out. I don't think we're going to use the teardrops. I might want to use these bicones. How many of these do we have? Oops. I wonder if we could use these in the earring too. That would be too much. Well, we'll have these fire polish. So I think between this we should be good. I might bring in some small little crimp spacers just to put in between some of these beads. Or I guess, you know what, guys? We could use these little sparkle balls too. There's little sparkle balls in here. I don't know. I think they're pretty. Add a little something, something. Oh yeah, I was thinking about adding these sparkle balls too, but I don't know. Friends, is that too many sparkle balls? Don't tell me no, because I don't need that kind of negativity. Alright, I don't know if we're going to use all these, but that's what I'm thinking. I also have some fire polish over there that we can think about. Alright, so let me just get some spacers real quick. Some of my little baby spacers that I like to use. Silver, silver, silver. Oh, I have 15 O's in here too. I could even use those, but I think I'm going to choose not to. Where are my silver spacers? Here they are, friends. I found them. Worry not. Oh, those are the 15 O's. Those are the 15 O's. Here we go. Are these the 15 O's? I don't know, but that's the ones we're going to use, I think. How do I not have more silver? Yeah, I think we're going to use those. Okay. All right, friends. Crisis. There we go. Crisis averted. All right. So let's go ahead. So I know I want to use these sliders. We may or may not use the flowers. We're going to put them there just in case. We're thinking these for the earrings. So we're going to put these over here. And then we have these sparkle balls. And then we have some spacers. All right. I'm liking this. If I can get this open. All right. Just going to put these out right there. There we go. And we definitely know we want to use these, right? You know, I have a little, where is she? Where is she? I have this little mat that I could put like different, but I don't know, guys. I'm kind of like a weird beader where I like to have all my beads on the bead mat, but it's like such chaos. But I don't know. I just either on the mat or like in little cups. Like I don't know why I feel better with cups, but I seem to feel better with cups. All right. I'm a weird person, my friend. All right, we're gonna cut this guy open. We might put these in the earrings too. I think that would be pretty. Because they're light, because they're made out of clay. So they're not very heavy. Okay, these are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to cut the white one open too. These are so pretty. This is just, I don't know. It's just, it makes me happy to do this, make something for a friend. And I really needed this, guys, because, you know, I've been in all the emotions, you know, because guys were leaving for like 11 days, something like that, 12 days, I don't know. But like leaving my home, not knowing, you know, not being able to do anything if something happens. You guys know how it's been around here lately. And then leaving my cats like for that long. And then thinking that I abandoned them. I've been struggling. So this is good for me to do this. All right. I'll take a little sip. I had thought about making a stretch bracelet, guys, but I'll be honest with you. It's not my forte. I'm not great with stretch bracelets. You know who's good with stretch bracelets? Our friend Renee. We have to watch her a little bit more often so we can learn all this stretch bracelet magic. Because I stink at them, honestly. I don't even know how much we just cut. I'm probably going to want a ruler at some point. But we're just over here cutting wire, friends. It's all good. All right. So what do we want this to look like? So I was thinking... for the middle, we're going to kind of want these. So I was thinking about staggering these kind of. Let me get my ruler. Where is my ruler? I did bring it over. Okay. There we go. So here's our ruler. And so let's see if we put these at every, like 1.5 inches, 3 inches, 4.5, and then 6 inches. What do we feel about that placement? I think that looks good. And then we can put some of these pearls will be underneath. So we'll say 3 or 4. We'll put 4, but it might only be 3. We'll have those under there. And how many sparkle balls do we have? Because we might, I think we'll do the sparkle balls on either side if we have enough. I don't think we have enough. Okay. That's fine. We'll probably still do them in there somewhere. Okay, so... Okay, so that's good. That's good. Bring that white in, right? And then maybe we can do a sparkle ball here. Or do we want to do flowers in here? Think about that. We can do like a little silver bead in between each. This will be like the front portion of our bracelet. So we'll kind of have like one left over. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because we have 4 flowers. So one will just be left over. Maybe we can make one into a dangle. That's a good idea. So I'm liking that. And then we've got, we can do a sparkle ball on either end of that. And then maybe do, or do we have enough to do on either side of the flower? So maybe we'll move these out a little bit more, because I think we have enough of that for that. Right, that's good. Oh, yeah, we do. There we go. That's really pretty. And then I want to bring some of these in. I'm wondering, do we want to do like some pink and some white? I think we'll just do the pink here. So we'll do like a little spacer here, and then we'll kind of finish out. So I guess we're not going to use these. No. So I think I'll just finish like with these. So maybe, okay, I think I'm liking that. And we're going to bring that up. That was my chair. Sorry, that was loud. I just have to get a bead buddy. I have to get a bead buddy. I'll get a smaller one. All right. So here's the piece of wire we cut. All right, so do I just want, let's just pink. And then if we need to take any off, we'll just take them off from the end. And I'm going to put a little spacer in between each one of these, because I just like the way that looks. And then also vice versa, if it's not long enough, then we can just continue to add onto it. All right. There. And then we're going to put our little section, first section of pearls on here. And I hope that they fit on this wire. If not, we can use, I think the other ones will also, no, they fit. That's good. Because I think actually these would also work. I think. Let's see. These might be too big. No, look guys, they work too. You know what? I think I'm actually going to use these. I like these a little bit better. So let's see if one is enough though. Let's see what that looks like. So we're going to pull all this down. And we're going to stuff him in there. He's still going to spin though, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that little spinny. Okay, well, I think it'll spin regardless, but I think maybe we'll do the other pearls like we said we would. It's going to spin regardless, but when it's on your skin, it won't, like when it's on your body, it won't spin. Oh my gosh, these might take me forever to string because they are really small. I wonder if maybe we just don't add them. Let's see how big this section is. So this is not quite 2 inches. I'm wondering if we take them out. But they're kind of like to signify the, I don't know guys, I have decisions to make. But I don't think I'm going to use these little baby pearls because they're just going to take forever to string on. So I think I'm actually going to bring our baby fire polish back out. I think those will work. better. Just gonna grab a couple. Sorry guys, I'm very indecisive, but I don't know. I just want it to be I just want it to look perfect, right? All right, that should be enough. So let's do a small section of these. Should we do 3? Let's see what that looks like. That might be too many. All right, where's our metal bead? There she is. And it'll just like kind of slide back and forth a little bit. I don't know. I think that's fun, like a little fidget. Little spin, you can spin it and fidget it. I don't know, I think it's fun. I think that's what we go with. Let's make her a fidget spinner. Sure. All right. Actually, I'm going to just do that sparkle ball. We're not going to do a spacer there. Do you think I should? Yeah, never mind. Just kidding. Spacer. I just really like the look of the spacers. Okay, we're going to do a flower. That's pretty. But how long is this? We might not be able to do all of those sections. So we're already at not quite 3 inches. We still have all of these sections to go, friends. I'm thinking we're not going to do as many sections as we thought. And that is okay. That is okay. We can just do a couple and it'll be fine. I could also take these out. We'll see. We'll see what we feel like. But I think they're kind of important to keep in there. You know, since it's kind of the reason for the season, my friends. But you're right. Maybe we only have to do like 2 of these instead of 3. But since we already did 3, I'm going to continue to do 3. I just might only do 1 more section of this. We will see. We will find it. Oh, I forgot to, but that's okay. Because guess what? He fits over all that, so that's fine. All right. We are moving right along. Sparkle ball. Flower. These flowers are pretty. Little just glass blossoms. Guys, I am so ready to be in the nature, but I'm also so ready to for In-N-Out burger. I don't know if that's what you were expecting me to say, but I'm so ready for it. There's another burger place. It's like a little like greasy spoon diner. That's you know, it's real small, but it's, oh my gosh, they have the best burgers. I really look forward to that too. I think the place is called D's. But it's so cool. It's such a cool place. All right, guys, I think we're going to do 1 more section of this, and then we're going to finish with our other fire polish and see where we're at. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. I know Danny's excited. I think she can tell, you know, that we were planning, because we've been packing the car and doing stuff and things, and she's just been watching us all day. Like, I hope you guys know that you're definitely taking me with you. Of course we know that, Danny. All right, let's see where we're at now. Okay, we're at about 6.5 inches. Oh, okay. Okay. So I think we're just going to cut these flower sections out, right? Did we miss a bead here? Yeah, we did. Because we still have to crimp, and so I think we're going to take this flower. So now we actually have 2 flowers, which we can use for the earrings, actually. That's a good idea. Okay, wait, something's not right here. I think this ball. Yeah, I think we don't need this one. Okay. Okay, that's looking good. And then we'll use these 3. These pink fire polish are gorgeous. All right, now let's measure. If we need to add more beads, we can add some more of those. But we are right at about 7 inches. So, oh, we are off camera too, Kyle. We are right at like 7. So I think we're gonna stop here. Okay, because we also have to crimp, and even though it is 7, it's going to be a little bit smaller than that because of the diameter of the beads, but we do want to stop here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and crimp this end, and we're also going to crimp the lobster right on. And then, you know what, guys? You know what I need? I need a little ring for us to put on the other side for the jump ring. Something small, though. I think that'll be good. Is that the same? The little dish of rings here. I think that one's a little too big. We'll go with that one. It's fine. Alright, so we're going to get our crimp tube. Put that on. Then we're going to put our lobster right on. We're going to bring our tube down here. Pull all that together next to each other. You want to leave yourself a little bit of wiggle room with this lobster, but you don't need a whole lot. We don't want to make this too big of adding too much length to our bracelet, but you do want enough where it can move around a little bit in there. So I think that's lovely. Oh, guys. Oh, no. Oh, that was a bad crimp. I'm glad I cut myself some extra bead string wire. I don't know if I'll be able to save this one. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention. It's more like a starfish right now than a ravioli. But this is also for somebody. So, but actually, I think I brought it back. I somehow managed to fix it. I didn't think I was going to be able to, guys, but that is looking like a proper tube now. But I might have made this whole tube. Look how small I made this loop. I'm just going to go ahead and recut. I'm going to try one more time. That's why we cut extra wire, friends. Just for that reason. The loop is way, way too small. All right, that's fine. Let's try one more time. So I have another crimp tube over here. There she is. Crimp tube, lobster claw. Back through the tube. Okay. Oops, I went too much through the tube and came back out the other side. There we go. Okay. I am going to make this just a little bit smaller. Maybe that's what I did when I moved it up to make it smaller. I think I might have lost my place, but there we go. Now that's a good ravioli. That is not a starfish at all. That's all, friends. Not even a little bit of starfish. And that looks nice, a little bit bigger, but not terribly large. So it's just where I want that. Okay. That's looking good. We have our ball. And you can, if this wire will go through, if we don't feel like cutting it, you can string it through a couple beads. I'm just going to cut it. I don't usually string it through, but you can if you want. The world is your oyster, my loves. All right. Bring all that down. Move all this over. Did I use all the crimp tubes? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Did I use all the crimp tubes? No. Oh heavens, no. You get a bunch, friends. You get a bunch. We didn't use them all. We're just going to need one more. Do we want to do a charm on the ring is the question. Do we want to do a charm? Yeah, we wanted to do this charm here. What if we did a crimp bead and then put the charm over the crimp bead at the end? Let's see how that would look. And it would just kind of hang. That's cute, right? We'll see. I brought the crimp tubes out. Did I put one down? I did. It's over here. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to put this ring on, and that will be our, like, a toggle ring. Okay. And, sir, thank you. All right, and then let's put her through her tube, and then bring her down. Okay. So I don't know if we love that. It's cute there, but it's not. I think we need to put different beads there. Or maybe 2 of these beads there. Because it was hanging too close, I think. We'll see. All right. I think it hangs a little better. I guess I don't know if I love it there. I would like it on a jump ring, I think, but I thought it would be good there because it would be front facing. I think it would look much prettier on a jump ring. Let's put a jump ring on it. Let's put a jump ring on it. I mean, we could put 2 jump rings on it. A bigger jump ring and a little jump ring. Hold on, friends. Hold that thought. Do I not have any silver? Oh, silver. All right, friends. Here we go. We're coming back. Here we go. Gotta get some jump rings for our little charm dangle. We want to make sure it's right. So I grabbed some 4mm. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a 4mm to the ribbon, and then we're going to attach that guy to a 6mm. Or 5mm. 6 might be too big, but we'll see. I also have some 5s over there, I believe. Let me grab that real quick. Sorry guys, that's my chair. Okay, just in case this is too large. Okay. Well. Tell me how you really feel. All right. Yeah. So, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but we take our road trips like pioneers. So, in about 8 hours, I'm going to start my pioneer journey. Like, we live in the car. We don't stay at hotels or anything like that. We live on the road, friends. We are true road warriors. We sleep at rest stops. It gets nitty and gritty. It's pretty safe. I feel pretty safe. I have a dog and a husband, so I mean, I feel pretty safe. You know, I'm thinking it's probably going to be too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the 5 since we have them here. I don't know why. I think that's just going to be too big. What about that guy? I think he's going to be too big. Oh, gosh, you guys. I don't know. These say 6, but I think these are closer to 5.5. So let's try one of these. I just don't know if I have silver. That's the problem. I think I have one silver somewhere. Somewhere in here. Is that silver? Gold. I hate when silver looks like gold. Oh, I found it. I found our one. Oh, no, that's gold. That gold? That's gold. They look silver in the container. Maybe I don't have any silver left. That's silver? Oh, that's gold. Okay, well. Oh, I think I did find it. I think I found the only silver one. Friends, look. She has friends protecting her. They're like, no, you cannot take her. But I must. She has a very important job to do. Okay, this is a little bit smaller than the other one, I think. Here's the other one. Maybe not. Yeah, see, I feel like it's a little bit smaller because this one's 20 gauge and that one's 18. So I feel like it's a little, because it's thicker. I just totally dropped that one, but that's okay. All right. So let's put this guy on here, right? We'll do that. All right. Oh gosh, guys, don't do that. Okay, there we go. Now let's try this again. See if we like that hang time better. I think that'll be a little bit more favorable. Yeah, and see how it kind of hangs nicer? I like that. Okay. All right. Let's get our crimp tubes. Let's get our bracelet together. Okay. Make that loop a little bit smaller here. Okay. And then we're going to make sure our bracelet is not going to be crunchy. Making our crimp. Just trying to make sure I didn't get any of those little crimp beads in there, because sometimes I have done that. When I have small crimp beads up by the crimp site, I will accidentally nick one of those. So I was just trying to make sure we didn't do that. I'm excited to be opening up our Advent on the road. I think we're going to have so much fun with that. We're going to come from different places. Like, I will show you guys some scenery so you guys can enjoy the trip with us. I think that will be really fun. All right, there we go, friends. We are all crimped. And let's see what this looks like. And then we'll also have to do a measure. I think my friend has pretty small wrists, probably. I'm not sure. It might be too big. I hope it's not too big. But there she is. That's just a pretty little bracelet. What do we think about that? Let me get a measure. Let's measure. Let me get my measuring device, my professional, super state-of-the-art measuring device here. There she is. And let's give her a measure on the cone of shame. So we're at about not quite 7.5 inches. So we're right there, like 7 1/4. And I think that's going to be perfect. That is lovely. So I will hold this up for you guys so you can see that. I think that's so pretty. I love that. And I love that these are going to move around and fidget a little bit. I think that's super cool. That's definitely a cool bracelet. All right, so let's make a pair, call words are hard, a pair of matching earrings. So we do have two of these flowers, which I find is interesting. We also have some sparkle bombs. So I originally was going to use these, but nothing's to say we can't make two pairs of earrings. Which, well, just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, friends, and we're back. And I don't know where you came from. So, yeah. So, guys, they gave us 2 sets of ear wires, so I figured we could make 2 different earrings. But we're going to make very simple earrings. So this is going to be our first earring. We are going to be using these ovals, and we are also going to be using these little wing charms, right? You are going to need also some wire from your stash. And I need one of these. Sorry, I'm all up in your... There we go. So we just these 3 simple things, and we also need a piece of wire. So let's grab a piece of wire, and we'll just straighten this guy out a little bit. So guys, certainly I know there's probably some of you who are watching that maybe have some history with breast cancer. If you're willing to share your story, I'd love to hear about it. And I just want you to know that I think you are so strong and so brave, you know, for going through everything that you went through. And you're still here now, my friend. That's just so brave and amazing. So I just want to say that. I think you're very brave and amazing. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a little bend here because we're going to do a wrapped loop. We're going to do a wrapped loop. But before we do that wrap loop, we are going to connect our charm. I don't know, guys. I'm feeling very awkward today. I think it's just a lot of emotions about leaving. But I know once we're on the road, you know, I'll start feeling a little bit better. So we have that, and then we're just going to go ahead and open that. Just going to swing that door open just a little bit. And then we're going to slide this charm on. And it doesn't matter which way it goes on because it is double-sided. So I'm going to take these pliers here, and I'm just going to go ahead and close that door. And this loop might have been a little bit bigger than that other loop, so I'm just squinching it down a little bit to see if we can make it just a little bit smaller. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to wrap it around here with my finger. We are left-handed wrapping. We're just do-si-doing around, guys. So that's about a couple wraps there. So that's what we have. Little do-si-do around the tree or whatever. What do we do-si-do around, friends? I'm not really sure. I don't do a whole lot of do-si-doing in my free time. All right. So maybe I should. I don't know. Oh, guys, did you also see, I'm going to do a fun show when I get to California. Miss Renee over there at Blue Sapphire Studios, or no, that's Maisha. Blessed and Beautiful. There's a lot of blues, my friend. I have to keep all the blues in track. But also subscribe to both. Subscribe to Maisha and to Renee at Blessed and Beautiful and Maisha at Blue Sapphire Studios. Do that because they're both amazing. But Miss Renee had tagged a couple creators and jewelry makers in a post about answering some questions. It's her birthday bash. So guys, we're going to do that when we get to California. We're going to do a little interview session, and my husband is going to ask me those questions, and I will answer them. And then I will tag some more of my friends, and then they can do it too, and it'll just be fun. It'll just be fun for everyone. All right, and now we're going to go up here, and we're going to make a wrapped loop now that we have our little stack done. And we are going to want to go in the same direction. Oh, wrong pliers. Not that it really matters, but we are going to want to go in the same direction as that loop at the bottom. So just right over the pliers. And you can, if you want to take it to the back, so your little guy doesn't spin. But you guys, what I've noticed is when we snuggie up these wraps here, and we should get about 3 wraps in here. Oh no, we're getting a little bit more than 3. This earring is not going to match the other one. That's okay. Bless you. We don't want to snuggie it up too tight. But when you snuggie this up and you like cut the wire and you tuck it in, it'll make it a little bit harder for that oval to spin. So we don't necessarily have to wrap it to the back with this one. Okay. Let me go ahead and put this little guy in. And then it really shouldn't spin as much. It might spin just a little bit, but it really shouldn't spin too much. So there's earring number 1. And it is a little, I might have to fix those because this one has a little bit more wraps than that one, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll fix it. Okay. Going to go ahead and insert that guy. And then we're going to close him up. And that's our first earring. Just a fun little set of earrings here. There we go with those. And then our second pair of earrings, guys, it's just a stack situation with some eye pins and some head pins, but I do want to show you something fun. So we're using the flowers and the little sparkle ball. It's just a little fun treatment. So I was watching Rachel Malice, and Rachel Malice is a dear friend of mine. So I feel like she won't mind if I show you this trick that she did, because I learned it from watching her. That's what I always say to my friends. I'm like, I learned it by watching you. But I did. I learned this trick by watching Rachel Malice. And now I'm going to show you guys in case you didn't see it. It's a different way. This is how she makes her knotted head pins. She makes them a little differently. And I tried it out and I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm still going to make my knotted head pins the way I make them. But I just thought this was a fun little alternative. So I will show you. Okay, so this is 22 gauge wire, and she says it does work best with 22 and 24. She did try it with the 20, and she didn't like how it looked. So I will tell you guys that stick with the 22. Okay, we're gonna make a little bendy dude here, like we're gonna make a wrapped loop, because that's exactly what we're gonna do. But we're gonna keep this loop really small, guys. So we're gonna put it all the way down there at the bottom of our plier to keep a really small loop. Michael, what are you doing, Michael? Intrusive thoughts, sir. He's trying to steal my pens out of my pen cup. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this wire over. Again, we want that loop really small. And then we're going to take this wire and we're going to make a couple wraps. Michael, get down. I'm sorry about all that noise, guys. I'm going to do 3 wraps in here. I think Rachel did too, but I tried 3 earlier and the 3 looked like a lot of fun. So this is basically what we have. Just a wrap loop with just some wraps. And then we're going to cut that. And tuck that in a little bit. I'm also going to straighten this wire out. Wrong pliers, go. I'm going to tuck this guy in here. Okay. So now what she does is, so this is what we have. And then what Rachel does is she will take her nylon jaw pliers, just like we would do if we were doing this regular loop. And she will put them right up against the coils. So right like that. And then she will pull. And watch, you'll see this, it's so cute. This little loop will pull down into the coils. You guys ready? It's so fun. Here we go. Oh no, I might have to reposition. I hope this was the 22 and not the 20 gauge. Let's reposition. Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, did you see that? Just snuck right in there. Now there is a little bit of this loop popping out here. You can try to pull it just one more time. Oh, don't do that. Okay, I think I don't know if we're going to be able to get that little tiny guy in, but that's okay. It's not sharp or anything. It's just part of our loop. But it's just an interesting little spiral. So where's our flower bead? So when we put our flower bead on, I mangled up the top of this wire. Look, it just kind of sits there like a little coil at the bottom. I mean, that little guy's in there, but if you want, you can just go ahead and kind of press him in a little bit. Maybe. Carefully. Let me take this guy off real quick. Let's see if we can press him in a little bit. That didn't happen with my other one. My other one, the whole thing went in. We might have to do it again, but that's okay. Maybe I made him too tight. I don't know. Let's try it one more time. Just so we can show it again. Just one more time. All right, so we're going to take this piece of 22 gauge wire, and I have like a little ring of scrap here, so it's okay that if we use some scrap and we try again. And we're just going to flatten our wire out. We're just going to straighten it out rather a little bit. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time and see if we can get all of it in there. Okay, we're going to make a bend about right there. Okay, and then we're going to make a very small loop, a wrapped loop up here. Okay. And then we're going to center that up, and then we're going to take this wire and we're just going to make some wraps in here, right? I'm going to do 3. And that's what we have. I'll bring you guys down because I see we're not focusing again. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to cut that. And we're going to tuck that guy in as much as we can. I think maybe because I smashed this guy down, maybe just tuck him in gently. Okay. So that's what we have. Now we're going to take our nylon jaw pliers. Again, this is Rachel Malice's trick. I did not invent this. This was Rachel. She said she was very proud of herself that she invented this, and I am proud of her too, because it's really fun when you can, you know, do something new that somebody hasn't done yet. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull. And now, guys, again, let's see if we can watch that that simple loop pull in on itself. Oh no, maybe put it just right there. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Here we go. Oh, it's not working now. It was working. Let's see. I'm pulling with all my might. I don't know what's happening. Maybe we'll pull with this one. Let's try this side. I don't know if it'll be different, but... Oh, it's wanting to go. Oh! It's wanting to go, my friends. Okay. Well, I got it to work a couple... Oh, I just did it. Hold on, you didn't see it. It just completely disappeared inside of there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right. Guys, try it. Just be careful you don't knock yourself out. I don't recommend. But see, and this is not sharp. It looks like it's like a little sharp end. It's not. It's just a little piece of that loop. But it's just a cool little, like a coil. I gotta close this guy better. He's still sticking out a little bit. Off camera, I know, guys. I just gotta, because I can't see. There we go. Okay, we just pushed him down a little bit. All right, so then we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this little top off because I have mangled the mess out of that. And I'm missing a little fire polish bead, which is fine. I have them right here next to me. I will just grab one. Guys, and I made it, it looked a little harder than it actually is. It's just hard to pull wire and show things on camera, you know, to get that kind of leverage and not knock yourself out. It's a little bit of a challenge, friends. It's a little bit of a challenge. I'm not going to lie. All right, so we're going to put one of these lovely fire polish on here. Okay. And then we're going to make a wrapped loop up at the top. Let's see how many wraps we did. Looks like we only did 2, so we're going to keep it relatively small, which means I am going to bring these pliers in to keep my loop small. Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and bend that wire over. Oh, wrong pliers. Round nose pliers. Okay. Going to make our loop, spin our pliers, bring our wire around. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to center all of this up. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do our wraps. And just like with the coin bead, once you kind of get a solid wrap on here, this it can move a little bit, but it's pretty secure where it's at. And then when we tuck this wire in, that will just make it even a little bit more secure. So it shouldn't spin around too much on you. That's why I like making wrap loops sometimes with earrings, because it helps keep your earring from spinning. There we go. Making sure we are all tucked in there. Okay. And see, like, that's really secure now. That's not going to want to spin at all. All right. And now we're just going to bring in one of these fire polish, one of these sparkle balls, and we're going to bring in two. I have an extra bead there. And we're going to bring in 2 eye pins. All right, friends. So first we are going to move our tools around because we don't need this many. We're going to take this eye pin and we're just going to straighten him out a little bit. He's got a little crookedness in him. That's okay. That's okay. We all sometimes have a little, maybe not crookedness in us, but sometimes we all get a little bent out of shape at some point in our lives. All right, we're going to go ahead and open that eye pin, and we're just going to put our dangle on there and close her back up. Okay, making sure that's closed, and then we're going to put our fire polish. And you want to keep your loops going the same directions. So this way, when we get to our ear wire portion, it will all look nice and it will hang nice. Okay, so in the same direction. And this is going to be a simple loop. So we're not going to bend the wire over the tool. Instead, we're going to take the tool and we're going to bend it with the wire. Right, making that bend, and it will have no spaces for wraps. I will line it up here with my finger, about right there, and give that a cut. Then taking my round nose pliers, put these over here. I don't know if we need those again. Oh, sorry guys. Taking my round nose pliers, I will come over here and I will start this loop. And then I'll kind of come back and bring it back and just kind of work my loop on down. You can work it slowly, however you want to do it. Then we got that. So we are going to break this neck just a little bit. Kind of center that loop a little better. Okay. And that's what we have. Okay, so now it's time to attach our next eye pin. And we're going to attach it to this one. That one might be a little bit big, so I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit smaller so they're even, because that was a little bit of a big loop. I think I cut a little too much there. Okay, and now we're going to put our sparkle ball. So this is what we have, a pretty little stack. And again, we're going to want all of our eye pins in the same direction. So that one's going in the same direction. So we want this one to go in the same direction. And then we're going to line that up. And then again, we're just going to go ahead and take our pliers and bend it with the wire. Pliers with the wire. And then I'm going to cut. I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller of a loop. Okay. Okay. And then we'll take this plier, rock that back a little bit, and then put that into place. Okay, and then that is it, friends. Make sure your loops are going in the same way. They are. Then we're just going to take our ear wire, whichever side you like better, pop him on, close him up. And there you go. Super cute little fun dangle do set. Oh, I love them. I love all the earrings. I love everything that we made today, friends. And what I love even more is that, you know, I feel good about what we made today, right? Breast cancer awareness is an amazing cause, guys. I hope you are going out and getting your mammograms when you're supposed to. Let's also put some education into this beautiful show. Guys, go out, get your mammograms. Mammograms are not difficult. They don't hurt. They don't take that long. People don't care what your boobs look like. You know, just if it makes you feel better, shave your armpits and you'll be fine. Everything will be fine. So yeah, go out and do that, guys, because I'm telling you, early prevention is the best way to beat any kind of cancer. especially breast cancer, early detection. And it's so easy to just go and get it done. It gives you a peace of mind, a little bit of weight off your shoulders. So I do recommend. All right, my friends, again, I want to say thank you to Miss Karen from Broke Girl Beads over on Whatnot, guys. If you go over there on Whatnot, look her up, please. Miss Broke Girl Beads. She hooked us up with these nails, and she also hooked us up with this gorgeous, gorgeous little piece. So, all right, my loves, until the next time, and don't worry, friends, it'll be soon. I'm going to catch up with you guys tomorrow at some time on the road. Yeah, and we'll get together again and we'll have fun. So, but until then, my friends, keep on planting your magical beans and just remember how truly magical and special you are to this universe. And I am so happy that I get to be here with you. It's an honor, my friends. Stay well, be kind to each other. Okay, bye.